What is up, guys? Welcome back. Now, when we left off from our finale yesterday, which I hope you guys enjoyed, or at least you seem to, I got a lot of awesome comments that I'm going to get around to answering today down in the comment section, so that was pretty insane. We left things off where we finally conquered Mount Infinity. We mustered our way through the war zone that was the different levels of Mount Infinity. We bet all the bosses. We finally found Analogue Man and beat Jijimon as well. Now, as we said at the end of the last episode, we are not done in this game. There are other things that we have left to do. We have beaten the main story and it rolled the credits and whatnot, but we still have a couple of bits and bobs to do. So, for the first time in ages, let's talk to Jijimon and find out what he's going to say to us. Oh, you're back. This is something I can't ask anybody else. So this is a bit of dialogue that is a follow-up to where we left off at the end of last episode when we returned to the digital world to find out what the fuck's going on. Do you mean Analogue Man is back? I felt his evil, but I can't tell where he is. So this is actually a clue that somewhere in the game, Analogue Man and potentially someone else associated with Analogue Man being Jijimon is hiding somewhere in the world. So we have the sort of bonus objective to find him again and defeat him, which is kind of weird because we just give him an ass whooping and turns out he's back already. So, alright, leave it to me. I'll go and find him and take care of it. Oh, thank you. And by the way, so this is where Jijimon starts to tell us all about the Jijimon, or all about the Digimon rather, that have came to File City, and he's going to tell us about all the ones that basically we have equipped so far or recruited. So he talks about Garurumon, Frigimon, Kokatorimon. I don't know what Kokatorimon does other than the statues, but apparently he's talking about relaxing there. Patamon came here asking about jobs, so Patamon's working in the shop, we know that. As you'll notice, a lot of these aren't in order. They seem to be random. I don't know what order it is that they come in, because obviously we done Penguinmon before we did Frigimon, but he's telling about Penguinmon after the fact. I don't know. So obviously we've done Curlin, Angemon standing right next to him. We know all about this. Gabumon and helping the treasure hunt obviously. Ninjamon talked about training, but he's down in the secret item shop. Blah blah blah. We're basically just trying to click through these to find out for a couple of interesting ones, but then also to find out what our prosperity level actually is at this point. Now, if you guys didn't know, it is 97, which we're going to find out in a minute, but we need for Jijimon to clarify that for us as well. So, Leomon is obviously doing absolutely jack shit. Piximon came here, gave us the manual. Harambe came and tried to open up a harem, which was hilarious. But we actually still haven't bought the banana off Etamon, the golden banana. Now, we probably will pick that up at some point, just for the sake of doing that. But anyways, Metal Greymon. Now, this is actually one of our new Digimon that obviously we just beat in Mount Infinity. He came here and talked about modelling. Blah blah blah. The prosperity rate of the current city is 97. So, ultimates give us 3 points, champions give us 2 points, and rookies give us 1 point. We have one more Digimon that is an ultimate that we're going to be defeating this episode to get our prosperity up to the 100 that we desire. So, with that being said, let's go and have a little check around the city, because we need to find some of our new guys. I'll show you guys some of them off, those Digimon. And we also need to probably pass the day and let PJ go to sleep here, because he is still needing to recover. We get this new feature, by the way. This wasn't here before. We get a statue in the middle of the fountain. Probably Kokatorimon's doing, but yeah, PG needs to go to sleep and get all of his HP and MP back, so what we'll do is we'll probably train for a couple hours to push us into the next day. But here we are in the arena. Now look at this. Metal Greymon's actually sitting in the corner here, which is actually kind of cool because we didn't have this extension. Let's talk to him and see if he does anything exciting. PJ, let me think of your nickname. A hero who saved the world. Let's see. How about PG the Great? I quite like that. Is that actually all you're going to do for us, Metal Greymon? Peacemaker PG. So all Metal Greymon does here is he gives you a nickname. I mean, given where he is and what he does, you would hope that he does something more exciting. But anyways, another just as useful Digimon. Now, we do like Jijimon because he did save our butt from the bomb in the end of the last step. But since my injury is healed, I want to work. Thanks for taking care of me. Well, that's no problem, dude. I can predict the future of any creature, and that's what I do. Well, that sounds kind of mysterious. Anyway, tell me more. If you're interested, please come and visit my shop. So this is his shop, in case you're wondering. Are you interested in finding out your fortune? Let's have a look. So, here we go. Apparently, Airdramon's a fortune teller. Now, as far as I'm aware, guys, I'll let you see what he says first. Well, first of all, overall, it looks quite good. Well, that's decent. Your question will be answered. Okay. Your lucky colour is black. Alright, I'm down. And finally, about your compatibility with PJ, it's pretty good. Well, we knew that anyway, because us and PG are actually besties. Now, Digimon is a quote-unquote fortune teller, but really he doesn't do anything as far as I'm aware. I've looked it up online to find out if there is actually something hidden. If we were to talk to him over and over again, he would change his dialogue lines and he would tell us other stuff, but I think it's all just a bunch of nonsense. Anyway, maybe it was something they were going to add in later on in the game and then they never done it. I don't know. But like Metal Greymon, Airdramon and Metal Greymon do absolutely fuck all. This guy, on the other hand, does do something unique. Now, Devimon, hey stranger, I knew you'd come, Will Fate, don't look so surprised. If you guys have played Next Order, which I know I say quite a lot to you guys, you will know that Devimon, and well, it's actually Lady Devimon in Next Order, sells you devil chips. Now, if we have a look in at Devimon's inventory of stock, we can see that he sells us a devil chip, A, D, and E. Now, what he tells us at the start that I skipped over quite quickly there, I shouldn't have actually let you guys see that a bit better, but he actually tells you that your Tamer level affects which chips you can use. Now, if you look at these, 5,000, so they're quite expensive. The first one boosts power and brains by 100. Boosts defense and speed by 100 is the second one. And then the third one, check this out, Devil Chip E, boost offensive power and speed by 1000. Now, our Tamer level is pretty high, which is actually a good thing to talk about because we did get an upgrade for beating the game. We are now a veteran level 5 apparently. So that means that we can buy all of Devimon's chips, right? We can buy them all, but because we are only level 5, we can only eat certain chips, or we can only feed certain chips to PJ. Now, if we were to feed him one of the higher ones, you know, the one that said it boosts 1,000 stats, that would actually not boost PJ's stats because our level isn't high enough yet, and it would also bring down our Tamer level. Now, we've never seen that in our game so far, but that is actually something that can happen. So, I'm actually just going to stock up on our HP items there. Yeah, now, obviously, there's a downside to the devil chips being slightly evil. When you feed those chips to your Digimon, it reduces his lifespan. Okay, so you are decreasing the number of days in which that Digimon will survive. Now, PJ is still extremely young. He is only age 12, and maybe we could look into using some Devi chips at some point. I don't know. There is a medal in the game for getting your stats to max, so that is 999 of each of your base stats, like your attack, defense, etc. And then your HP and MP, they go right up to 9,999, okay? So, if we were to grind our stats up to try and get max stats, then I'm pretty sure the Devi chips would be important. I don't know if we're going to pick up any just now, but that's just that's there for us to access if we want to at some point. I think that we could probably put PG into a tournament soon. I want to put him into an S tournament, even though I think it's going to be quite difficult, but we still need to make sure that there are actually tournaments accessible. So, I don't know, it's just our luck whether there's some available with Greymon. Okay, so we're still, okay, the sign is still there, but it's actually going to stop. Sometimes that bug happens when you rest with Sintaramon. We're going to rest again because apparently we're still tired, and I'm still waiting on this sleepy time. Let's take PJ to the bathroom and grab our meat and other things, and maybe he will go to sleep soon. We could actually take him into where we're going next and just deal with that, and he'll probably go to sleep in the next hour or so and get his stuff back. I guess we could do that as well. I just didn't want to waste any resources that we didn't need to sort of burn through. But anyways, let's go over here to the bathroom. We will probably feed him a sirloin this time, because although we've rested him twice, the sirloin will actually be pretty good at getting rid of some tiredness that may still be lingering. So I think our boy deserves a sirloin after his HP spamming that we've been doing. We could have also used a super carrot when we were grinding our HP there for some extra stats, but again, not too fussed. I could show you guys, I've rearranged our inventory a little bit. We could put some of this in the bank as well, but look at all the chips that we picked up from Mount Infinity. These were all in computers and from boss drops, so that's kind of cool. We'll stick those in the bank later for definite. Let's talk to this guy. 3 sirloin. Okay, so what we are going to be doing then, folks, is once we rest, which will hopefully be soon, we will go as far into Mount Infinity as we can. Now, we have got all the chests in here, and obviously we have defeated the main boss, but the last ultimate Digimon that we have still to defeat is in here somewhere. Now let's see if we can get through here without proccing those guys. Awesome. We are going to go right through again. Now, for the most part, Mount Infinity will remain unchanged. But there are a couple of exceptions in the place of where the bosses were. There are a couple of Digimon that will be in place that weren't there the last time. So that being said, we're going to try and skip through most of this. If we take a couple of battles, that's not too bad. I would like to still pick up Tamer. I feel like I've spent this whole playthrough saying that, but if we could pick up Tamer from one of the Vermilion at some point, I would really appreciate that, because it would just add to our movesets. Not a huge priority, because Tamer is a really weak ass move, and I don't think we would be equipping it if we did learn it from one of these guys, but still, it would be another sort of ability to have for maybe our next Digimon. Like, sorry, I feel like I'm doing a lot of talking here. Let me catch up. So sometimes when you become a champion, right, you have less or a restricted pool of abilities to use. A lot of champion Digimon can use Tamer, so that's why it would make sense to grab it if we were to pick it up. We get the paralysis of here on our boy Garurumon, so we're just going to try and finish him off with an all-range beam. That's perfect, awesome. When I went into the bank before we came in here, I bought 20 large recoveries, and it was expensive. We're really not short of money, because all of these Mount Infinity battles that we've been doing, all these boss battles have... Oh, shit! Alright, that was an accident. Let's see if we can actually... let's see if we can dodge the Garurumon here, because I think if you hold left, you can actually dodge them. Yeah, you can. Awesome. So we're going to go over here, skip past all these bros, and we're actually going to put PG to sleep right in the corner here. It was expensive to be buying all those large recoveries, but at the same time, it kind of makes sense because of how strong PG is at this point. Let's save our game, because why not? And I want to nip up here before this... Oh, you... So typical. I would imagine that Garurumon, like... He would never have walked over there had we not been sleeping. That's kind of troll, but maybe it was my bad for going to sleep there. But again, these fights, these small 1v1s that we're sort of bumping into as we run through, they do kind of replenish our money a little bit, which is fine. Because as I said yesterday in yesterday's ep, I do want to collect all the Digimon cards at some point, and as we know, that takes a bit of this Digi Squala, so we will need to be stocking up on funds at some point for those anyway. I am looking forward to that, but at the same time, I'm also not looking forward to that, because I know what's going to happen, guys, right? See, when we do our bonus episode where we collect all the Digimon cards, the grind is kind of fun, right? It's fun at the beginning when all the packs we're opening are full of like new cards that we've not got. But then there's going to be like a moment where we get to the stage where we're looking for like the last 3 cards or something, and then we can't find it. Now this guy always cucks me, but not today. Get fucked, son. There's going to be like 3 Digimon cards left. It's going to be something insane, and that's going to be a struggle. But anyway, here we are now. As you can see, this is the Devimon Spawn. So Devimon was in this room, but because he's not here now, the game has replaced him with 2 Vermilion. Now, they do rush us, and I don't think there's any way to get past these fucking chubbies. And saying that, we actually just fucking leg it right past them. That's pretty cool. We've got some Pidamon here. I think we could probably walk through these guys if I was skillful enough. Whether I'm skillful enough, we actually nail it. Alright, nice. Alright guys, we're back. Sorry, we had a bit of a technical hiccup there. The emulator seemed to shit the bed a little bit, but anyways. Now, you can juke past this fellow here. Let's see if we can get it. It's actually really kind of awkward, but you have to get him to run at you. We actually almost got it last time, but oh my god, dude, there we go. Now, I just want to skip past. Awesome. Cool. That was, took a couple of goes, but that went a bit more smoothly than I expected. Now, this is the best level, as you guys will probably recall from yesterday. The enemies in here don't move. I don't know why that's the case, but we're not going to complain. Onwards and upwards. Now, I think if this is where I think it is, okay, it's not this one, it's the next one. So we go up left here, and then this should take us to the Pidamon that rushes us straight off the elevator. Let's dart past here. He doesn't move this time. Last time we got to there, he charged us. So that's kind of strange. I kind of like the idea of the like flexibility though. Oh shit. I actually could have just ran straight past him, but yeah, I like the idea that sometimes the enemies will react differently, because it gives a bit of flexibility to the game, right? Like, it means that when you come to play it, sometimes they'll do different things. Probably an absolute nightmare for speedrunners, I'm not gonna lie, but for us just chilling through and playing the game, it adds a bit of variety, and I kind of appreciate that. So let's get through this guy and move on. Another 1300, that's pretty cool. And our friend Joe there is just gonna sprint away. Nice. Plod, plod, plod. So yeah, there's a lot of things that we could be getting up to. I pretty much covered all of the ones that I want to do, which is again, like, you guys can ask as many comments as you want down below or as many questions down in the comments rather, about things that we might be doing. But for the most part, I want to try and get all the Digimon cards. I don't know if I'm condemning myself to hours upon hours of misery by saying that, but at the same time, I also want to beat Piximon in the arena, and I want us to win an S tournament, and probably do a couple of other bits and bobs. There's one important thing that I haven't mentioned to you guys, but there's something that we need to do after this fight. So, what the fuck is this, guys? Hello? This is obviously the room we fought Machinedramon in. Let's find out what's going on here. Could this be Machinedramon's egg? Now, a lot of you guys will know that this is actually our ultimate Digimon that we've been looking for, and this guy is extremely powerful. Let's have a look. This, ladies and gents, is Digitamon. Now, remember way back when we defeated the bandits in Huemon's cave, and Huemon gave us his treasure item? It was the Digivolution item for Digitamon. Now, this little guy doesn't look like he's doing too much right now, but he's going to hit us with a bunch of moves in just a second. There is our very favourite Thunder Justice, and this guy actually packs a lot of, well, a lot of punch. Look at this. So he hits us with Thunder Justice into Meltdown. Two of the most powerful abilities in the game. He's going to hit us with another Meltdown. We're going to use an MP here and top up. And I'm hoping that we can paralyze this guy, because every time we burn through one of his abilities, we pretty much almost have to use a recovery. Maybe not one, but after two abilities, we have to use a large recovery, and those are expensive. So we take another Meltdown here. We're not doing too much damage because he actually has a huge amount of HP, and his defense stat is probably insane as well. We've managed to cancel his Thunder Justice, but as you can see, a lot of the times Meltdown still goes through. We're just going to try and work our way down here, and we could mess about with this guy, but honestly, I just want to defeat him and try and save as much resources as we can. I don't know what his ult looks like, but I guess we will, or maybe we won't get to see that. Are we going to get our ult here? Let's try and use this. I haven't had a lot of warm-up for this today, so it's probably going to be balls, but Dark Shot is going to... I thought it was going to miss there. I would have been so triggered. We hit him for 1800, and it looks like he's gone into relax mode, in which he doesn't do much. Let's see if he does actually use his ult on us. He's just going to repeatedly Thunder Justice us over and over, which is pretty sad. Let's use a Various. If he uses Thunder Justice there, we might have actually died, but he doesn't. He instead decides to go for Meltdown. Let's throw our recovery in there. Oh, I'm so sorry, dude. I genuinely feel bad, but he was going to use his ult there and we cancelled it. PG was having none of that, and it looks like we won't even have to use another MP item. We're just going to top this guy off. So, there you go, guys. Digitamon waiting for us in Machinedramon's graveyard. A really good fight, if you ask me, because Thunder Justice packs a punch. Now, as always, we're not seeing too much difficulty because PG is extremely strong, but still, you got to watch out for those kind of enemies. Digitamon dropped a quick chip. We're going to definitely grab that and add that to our collection. Sup, bro? Digitamon joins the city. Now, we will actually go and have a look and see if we can find Digitamon, but this could also be slightly painful because he's another one of these sort of Piximon Metal Mamimon spawns where it's just your Donald Duck if he appears first time or if he appears on the 20th time. So, we've got something more important to do before we have a look at what Digitamon's doing in the city. We need to talk to Jijimon and find out what he's got to say for himself, because we have just spent a long time busting our balls. We have obviously ridded File Island of the evil that is Analogue Man, although he's back. We done it first time, we defeated Machinedramon, but now on top of that we have just got our last Digimon, so let's have a talk and see what happens. Digitamon came here and left at the speed of light. He's still somewhere in the city though, so we'll have a look for him in a second. And last but not least, oh, come on then PG, my boy, let's feed you then. Talk about these food moments. I'd rather it be food than I'm needing a dump. It's a bit more eloquent. Let's talk to him then. The prosperity rate of the city is 100. We did it, guys. We got all the Digimon in this game to join the city. Some high fives for that down in the chat. So, there's nothing more I need to say. It's fantastic. And our Tamer level goes up. Let's see. Congratulations. We also pick up a medal for our great work. So, thank you very much, Jijimon. Can we talk to him again? He just says basically the same thing over and over, so that is that locked. Let's go out and have a look at some of these things, because Jijimon's house is kind of cramped standing next to a Skull Greymon. So, our Tamer level was at 5, and I think it said Veteran before, whereas now we are up to level 6, and we are now top rate. So I'm pretty sure it goes all the way up to 10, but we're getting there, guys. Very, very slowly. We're more than halfway at this point. Let's have a look at our other medal that we picked up. So we picked up one for finishing the game and defeating Jijimon, but we've now also found one for Jijimon, who said that the town is flourishing. We got all the Digimon to come back to the city, and we have a prosperity rating of 100. So, 2 medals. 2 medals that I only got, I think, once in my life. So I played the game a bunch, but I only really sort of figured out how to get some of the other medals a little while later in life when I went back to the game and I read a bit more into it and stuff. In the restaurant, we have Devimon. Now, Devimon is one of the places, or he's one of the guys that cook in the restaurant, obviously. Digitamon can appear in here as well, and the two of them are similar. That's why I kind of started talking about Devimon there. So, when you walk in and out the city, or in and out the restaurant at different times, you can have the chance of encountering different chefs, right? So in here we've got Tyrannomon, we've got Merimon, we've got Frigimon. Those are your regular chefs, okay? These guys are on depending on what time of day. Garurumon will also appear if, I think it's at midnight, or midday. I think it's between midnight and 4 PM or something, Garurumon appears. He will be in here at certain times. Devimon is rare. He doesn't often appear, even though we've just actually bumped into him twice. He is he's more rare, and the items that he offers us to eat is they're more expensive, but they're probably one of the best ones you can buy. So it's uncommon for Devimon to appear, but above all else, Digitamon is even harder to find in here. Now, Digitamon's obviously quite important because there's actually a glitch you can do with Digitamon, right? And you can read up on this if you guys want, but basically, when you come into the restaurant and you're not hungry, you talk to the chef, right? And he won't let you eat because PJ or your Digimon will not be hungry at the time, okay? Now, with Digitamon, he normally lets you eat as much as you want, okay? So even when your Digimon is not hungry or he is full, you can continue to eat with him. Now, there's a trick that, again, it's kind of convoluted. Online, the information about it's pretty weird. I tried to have a look at the Digitamon glitch once, and it didn't work for me on a certain edition of the game. Now, I don't know if it's going to work for us. We could have a look at it, but basically, you can eat the basic meal, and it will put all of your stats, everything, your HP, your MP, offense, and that, it'll put all of them up too. Now, if you were to sit there and grind out for a long time, you could easily get max stats. That's the point of the Digitamon glitch if we were to use it. Now, I'm not looking to do the glitch right now. I just wanted to show you guys him appearing in the city. But his appearance rate is extremely rare. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep walking in and out, and I'll be back with him when he appears. So I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright guys, we're back. We finally get the egg boy himself. Let's talk to this little fucker, because honestly that took longer than I was hoping it would. Digitamon has a question mark, and we have 3 options here. So boiled egg 1000 bits. I'm pretty sure this puts up... so eventually it will put all of our stats up 1, hopefully, if the glitch works. But I think the first time you actually eat with this guy, your stats only go up a tiny bit. It's like random. So let's have a look. So actually, this is kind of interesting. He didn't actually allow us to eat because we aren't actually hungry. So basically right now, Phil is not hungry, and I didn't think this would be a factor. It's maybe only when the glitch is actually procced that you can eat as many times as you want. So I guess that's kind of interesting. We can wait and see when this hour ticks by if maybe it's actually mealtime for... Did I call him Phil there? PJ. Is it actually mealtime just now? That would be too convenient, wouldn't it? Okay, never mind. So, Digitamon is here. I guess we could have another look at him at some point in the future, but for now, if I was to exit and walk back in, he's not going to be there, and I don't want to spend another 40 goes trying to get his fucking little eggy ass to spawn. So what we're going to do instead is to head to our destination for the next episode, and I'm going to talk to you guys a bit about that on the way there, because what we're going to be doing next is actually really interesting to me, because 5 sirloin, I guess that kind of makes up for Digitamon being a little bitch. But when I completed this game before, okay, so the medals that we just got, that was kind of roughly where I got to. I got some other stuff, and I think my Tamer level was a little bit higher, but for the most part, the position we are at now is roughly where I have gotten to in the game before. Again, I've gotten a little bit further, but roughly, okay? Now, very recently, before I started this Let's Play, I was looking up some stuff about the game, and I discovered that there was actually another location in this game that you can actually access. Now, the reason to me why this is so hilarious is because my friends and I, when we used to play this game, we would often joke about, oh, how cool would it be if they released, like, if they brought out this game on PS1 on the PS Store, and then there was like DLC or something ludicrous. Now, that I know the chances of that happening are like non-existent, okay? I know that they're never going to release DLC for a fucking PS1 game that came out like 20 years ago, right? I get that. But we always used to think to ourselves, wouldn't it be cool if we were like wandering about in a certain part of the map and we discovered a new area that we had never been before? Now, when I actually found out a few months back that there actually was one more location in this game, my mind was fucking blown, okay? Now, this last location that we have access to is a lot to do with the dialogue that Jijimon gave us about Analogue Man being somewhere in the world hidden. Now, this place that we are going to be accessing has a name. It's called the Back Dimension. And honestly, it's not that exciting, but its location and its chance of spawning in a certain place rotates, okay? So it doesn't always appear in the same place. The locations at the Back Dimension can spawn are the mansion. I believe it can also spawn in the Ogre Fortress, and then there's some other places. I'll throw those up on screen for you guys right now just to confirm that. But I believe that, I think for us it should be the mansion, and I'm just about to test that here. So yes, here we are, guys. Now we're back in the Mount Infinity music, and this place looks identical to Mount Infinity, but it's not. There are stronger enemies here again. There are new items. There is a complete new layout of the area, and it is somewhere new for us to explore again. Now, I have never in my life been into the Back Dimension, which we are now in. So from this point onwards, this area is brand new for me. I know of some items that we can find in here, but other than that, I've never been in this place before. I don't know how to navigate it and things like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave this bonus episode here, because at the end of the day it is meant to be a bonus episode. I don't want it to go on for an extremely long amount of time. When we come back in the next episode, it will be bonus episode number 2, and we are going to tackle the Back Dimension. We're going to find all the unique items that we can get in here, battle our way through the enemies, and hopefully find Analogue Man if he is hiding in here, and find out what nonsense he is up to, okay? So with that being said, guys, thank you for watching this again, for making it past the series finale into the bonus episodes. Thank you guys so much. Your comments on the finale they were so amazing, and I'm going to go back and have a look at them more and reply to them just now. Thank you so much. I hope you continue to like the bonus episodes as they come out, and I will see you probably in tomorrow's episode. I'll see you guys then. Bye, guys.